unmuted. Sorry about that. Trying to get this link on here. That was not working. All right. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I can hear you.
Okay. What what is it that what is this link that you have that is projecting here?
Yeah, I'm about to take my link off that later on when we need to like click on the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to take that off. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Let me go get my people to be quiet back there.
Excuse me.
I was trying to get my let me see production person to help me set this up. But I had to use a laptop to be able to play that video and my laptop is not it's actually being serviced right now, so I'm using my iPad. So that's not gonna work. That's why we have the link over there. Um, But yeah, welcome to the show, guys. Tonight we're doing a little bit of an analysis of what's been happening in Liberia. Um, our audience gonna really lead the conversation tonight. So let's pop it up here so that way. Sorry, guys. Rain late next year.
Are you muted?
I'll put it up here.
Get started today at Yankee.com. That's why Electrical makes it. Now get up to $2 policy.
What's going on at your end? See?
The topic on the dinner part, okay?
Huh?
I'm trying to get the topic up here so it's clear for the audience.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready for us to start. I'm trying to share this show on in people inboxes and as well. Okay. To the all right. See?
Yes, I'm here. I think we got this. Okay, so we got scrolling now. Usually actually time we cross 9 o'clock. I'm gonna check the really quick. Uh,
Your voice is breaking. I don't know what is your internet.
my network is okay. I think you have some interruption in your background though.
Yeah, let me.
Guys, we're gonna go ahead and share the show. Tonight we're talking about some heavy stuff. Um, before the show, also share the story as well, so that way we can. We typically talk about topics, but tonight we're doing analysis. Uh, there is uh, Andrew, not Andrew. I'm calling you Andrew. We're gonna have Jamie lead this conversation tonight. I know everybody's heart is heavy right now in Liberia, but if you can gladly please share the show. I'm also gonna put the link in the comment section. If you want to join the conversation, please click on the link that I'm about to post and join us so we can discuss this. We're actually gonna do this a two-part series. Um, I want to and um, sure it on platform already talked about it. Hopefully we can all try to understand. As the topic said, Jessica, in his case, if you're not aware, today understand is justice was served. Is this a Liberia? Is where are we heading? Like what's happening? Join us to share the show, invite your friends, bring family. Let's talk about it. This is important. Um, try to bring you guys topics that are currently happening in Liberia or the US. So join us tonight. I'm just sharing the show. We're gonna start promptly at 9 o'clock. We just want to do our due diligence really quick. I posted the link to the video in here. Unfortunately, I was working with the production person that's helping me with this streamline. Shout out to Daniel, always there to help. Unfortunately, I don't know how I can get you guys to watch this video, but I have to use my computer. But my computer is right now because something happened to it. So today I'm using my iPad. So and StreamYard is very limited on mobile devices. So I don't have that option to. I will see how best I can play it from my end over here. So let me go ahead and type and post the link in the comment section, guys. Share it. I don't see if you're watching. So Jimmy, let's get to it. How are you? How was your weekend? How was your week going? Um, you know, busy everywhere. Well, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
How was your week? All right. I'll be sharing and posting the link in the comment section. We're gonna pin it right now. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube. So guys. Is my audio bad? Is it still bad or can you hear me still?
Your audio is good now.
Okay.
Your audio is good now.
All right. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. The story I've been I say when this story had happened, I read a bit about didn't really look too deep into it. Um my friend he follows everything, any political or whatsoever. That person Liberian follows very closely. So kind of like a reference that I would get things that are happening in Liberia most of the time. Uh, I follow a few pages posting here and there, you know, very heartbreaking. Before I jump into that, actually last night I almost came live. Because I don't know if you're in the US and you follow contemporary music in the US here. I I watch the video, I listen to the radio, but it's sad to hear that it's called yesterday. Yesterday, gospel music, contemporary gospel music artist Mendisa. I think you guys, if you Mixing Idol, you probably know she was on there. She was famously known one of those people that Sam Carroll was mean to, and she stood up for herself. But I was really heartbreaking yesterday coming from work and listening to the radio that I always listen to. I always listen to her song Overcomer, and then they dropped that bombshell that she was found dead in her home. There's no cause of death yet, but just
Who's
wanted
that?
Mendisa. She's a gospel music artist. Um, listen to people like Hillson, those radio station contemporary gospel music. She literally topped the chart after she didn't win American Idol, but she topped the chart of that. I really follow her throughout, and I've been one of her fans, been watching and listening to her music for years now. And I was really shocked. I'm still in shock to find out that she's not with us anymore. So just wanted to share that anybody who knows her or not knows her, but I really wanted to talk about that because it still hit me to this day. Like I keep replaying her music. I'm an overcomer. And I know she was very open about mental health and she talked about things like that. I don't know if that's what the cause of death was, but I'm really heartbroken about that. So just talk about that. Her name is Mandisa, and really love her music. May her soul rest in peace. Very influential, very, very on my life specifically. So just what I thought about that. But let's jump into it. Tonight we're talking about the case in Liberia, um, the famous um, Jessica and Lucas story. I'm gonna have Jimmy start it out for us. Uh, yeah, you got the floor. It's just 2 hours tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, and I want to say welcome to all of our viewers, everyone joining us. We want to say you are welcome. Tonight we are discussing the Jessica versus Lucas case that has taken Liberians by surprise as the result of the ruling from the judge that acquitted Lucas and set him free as we speak. Lucas is reportedly out of the country. We have footage to show during his departure at the airport where he was snapped by someone at RIA. There you go. That's Lucas sitting. He's supposed to be an American missionary from America. But to go back to the case, on the 14th of September of 2023, there was an incident around the Simple Bridge area about a young girl who have been, attempted to be murdered by, one white guy on the 14th of September, and it was reported that a motorbike, rider have gone to the rescue of Jessica, took her to the hospital, and got saved for life. And then Lucas was on the run because the community or the angry mob was chasing him. And as news had it, he ran into the police, into arms of police officers, and he was shielded. And later on, you know, um, the case was taken into court on the 14th of December. So that is after 3 months of the alleged, attempted murder. And that case has been going on. But some part of this week, I think either Monday or Tuesday, the judge in criminal court um, passed a verdict that Lucas has been found not guilty of the charge of aggravated assault and criminal attempt to commit murder. And both charges under Liberian laws are supposed to be felony of second degree. And from the ruling, we have video footage of Jessica expressing her disappointment in the face of Lucas and his lawyer. So tonight we are here to discuss what does this mean for the right of women in Liberia, and what picture does it show on the judicial system of our country? What picture does it print on the judicial system of Liberia? So again, my name is Jimmy Kiazolu, and I'm happy to be here tonight with co-panelists and hosts Andrew Didong and Felicia Pensy. So tonight we'll be having a tough discussion what does the Jessica case means on the protection of women's right, and also what picture of the judge's verdict does it show on the judicial system of our country. So again, we want to say you are welcome, and we are happy to be here. That's why we're here tonight.
Thank you so much for that, Jimmy. Yeah, that's a tough one too. Well, welcome to the show, Andrew. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Thank you, Fee, so much for allowing me to join the show this time. Yeah, beautiful topic, and we will give our input on it as we go. We had another show for 30 to 45 minutes, and also how to host it. But again, I mean, let's go into it and see where we can be. Though I'm not intending to be here too long. 30 minutes will be okay, but I think I can make my input within 30 minutes. On this Jessica and Lucas case.
So where do we start, Jimmy? So as a woman, just I don't even know where to start. I was very privileged to be where I am today.
Fee, before you go,
Yeah.
let me just give you like Jimmy said earlier. Let me just give you some fast. I mean, not be fast. I'm giving you some information as it relates to the Jessica Lucas issue, right? Once upon a time, when this thing happened in September of 2023, if I'm not mistaken, something like that happened, and here was my input. I had a live show here in which I discussed that issue of Jessica and something, and I condemn it as of advocate for women and children. I condemn it, and I still condemn the action. Then I condemn it now, and I will continue to condemn it. When we come to the issue of a legal issue, we will go down. I have some information to also provide on what transpired at the court based from someone who was there who have been following the case issue. So I condemn it. I shift the blames on the mother who allowed her daughter to get married to somebody who was already married, and he said, "Oh, you're going to take a second wife," with all the father knowing. And I frown at the mother that she led her daughter into that kind of a thing. And I also talked to Lucas. He's supposed to be a missionary who kind of propagate God's word. And I had a live show on it for almost an hour. And I discussed my own perspective, my own understanding about the whole Jessica Lucas issue. But come to think about it on the issue of the judiciary system, what happened in Liberia, and he had been acquitted based on the verdict from the court. And what I saw, the photo being on the social media, that he's left the country already, and he find a way already. He's out of the country already, and so. But we will go into it because I have other issues to point out into it, the pros and cons about the whole Jessica Wahara and Lucas issue. So I'll rest my case order. I just thought to say that first. That I initially condemn it. I still condemn the thing, but we will still go into details about it.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm glad you guys have more information on that than I do. But I was just going to say, as a woman, when I initially listened to that, and I just want to say this really quickly and let you guys take this on. But this is why I wanted to have a platform like this, because I think, one, I have a girl and I have a boy that I'm raising in society, and no matter where they go, they're always going to be, even though they were born in the U.S., they will always be identified as Liberian. And no matter, we got to do better as parents. As much as we Right now, I'm really mad at the Liberian justice system, to be really honest, because I think they failed not just Jessica, but they failed the country in general. And I will hope, and I pray that the government will look into it further. Like what happened, what went wrong. If that was a U.S. citizen, let's just flip it around. If that was a Liberian in the U.S. that came for a mission and that happened, there, this wouldn't happen this fast. That person wouldn't get acquitted that fast. You know, like things, I don't know. I don't even have the word. I just feel like is this the Liberia we're building? Is this the Liberia you guys were encouraging people that are in the diaspora to come back home, come and build, come let's, you know, is this what message are we sending to those people that are coming back in the country? Before I even go further, because I'm really mad about the whole situation, but being a woman, like what I was saying, having the privilege to have even come to the US and live my life here, just thinking about today, what if I was in Liberia? What if that was me? What if that was my sister? What if that was my cousin? What if that was somebody that I know? Like, I'm just gonna let you talk, Jimmy, because I'm really. When I initially heard about it, I thought there was something gonna get done, but
Okay, so
and then I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna just let you
yeah,
talk.
Sophie, like you and many other Liberians are disappointed. We all are disappointed because we see how justice is done in other countries, regardless of your economic status, regardless of your political status in society. When you go against the law deals with you. Like currently in the United States, we have a former president going through trials, okay, of things that he, allegedly did either before or during his presidency. That's a former president. Now, it is very unfortunate that in our country, Liberia, that we prioritize certain people and acquit them of wrong that they have done as compared to the common Liberian. You see, um, if like I think it's in is it in Japan where a Liberian government official who allegedly have an intercourse.
It's in Korea. Korea.
It's in Korea, right? Yeah, thank you. With an alleged underage girl. And that government official, as far as my knowledge can recall, it's being prosecuted in that country. I think they are, it's either one person or two person.
2%.
Yes. And this happened during the WIA administration, and the two officials, as we speak, they are in custody of the Korean government. Okay, unlike our country where foreigners come and abuse our sisters, and mothers, nothing come out of it. In fact, let's forget about the foreigner. Let's start with our local people, the very Liberian, our own Liberian. We abuse our sisters and nothing come out of it. A few years ago, there was this video of Edwin Snow, paying women, girls to naked themselves for $1,000. at a pool party, I think. And this is supposed to be a statement. This is supposed to be a statement. At that time, he was representative for district number 6, I think. And nothing happened to him. Nothing at all. He did not face any trial of any kind. He stayed in he stayed in public office. In fact, we elected him to a higher position. He left Monserrato and went to Bomi, ran there as representative, and subsequently became senator, in Bomi County. The culture of impunity. When people go through the court system and did not face the consequences of their crime, it's still an impunity for me, because it sets a bad precedence. This guy is supposed to be a missionary, someone who's supposed to be propagating the gospel. Okay, he came into the country. It's not a bad thing to fall in love and marry somebody. I'm not against that. Okay, but if you marry somebody because the origin of the case, as reported in Front Page Africa, that this girl was 3 months pregnant for Lucas, and he wanted her to terminate the pregnancy, but she was not cooperating. So he decided to inject her with some substance to make her unconscious, and probably gave her some medication that will terminate the pregnancy. He took advantage of her, but when it didn't work, he decided to use aggressive force, thus resulting to almost slashing off her neck.
Wow.
And leaving her to die when a back rider came to her rescue, and helped her. Today she's alive. The case was taken to court with all the evidence that are there, the video evidence, the community people that witnessed, the attempted murder stuff. And still, Judge Chine of Criminal Code B of the Temple of Justice of Liberia have the balls, the audacity to set the men free with a non-guilty verdict. I'm disappointed. This is not a loss to Jessica. This is a loss to the entire country. This is a loss to even the justice system. After people were trying to forget about the 100 million worth of cocaine case that was swept under the carpet, then you bring this one back. You brought this in our face. Where is the country going? Where is the country going? And the Front Page Africa is reporting that Jessica's lawyer even filed, an appeal to the Supreme to the court, and the same judge again denied that request, on grounds that the Supreme Court the Supreme Court cannot further appeal, the case, the state cannot further appeal to the Supreme Court in a criminal proceeding. What is happening to our country? This is not justice for Jessica. This is not justice for our women, because what it does is that it set a precedence that tomorrow somebody else can do even more than that and ride on this precedent and get free.
Right. So
So, uh, 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 Miss Fee, this is not justice served. This is a loss to our country.
it is. It is. And when you said when you said there was an appeal put in and it got denied by the same judge, is there a way another judge can take the case? But then I also know that you can't oh my gosh, I'm lost of words. I know someone can't be persecuted for the same thing twice, right? But for those of our audience, because I have people who watch that are not familiar with Liberia and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Us to set the premises. I want us to dig a little bit deeper. I want us to talk about the story. Just what happened? How did we get here? Like, how did it all started? Like, who? Just to kind of build that up to where we're at today. Hi, River says Pro. Hi, Sis D. Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching. Tonight is a little
Can I weigh in? Can I weigh in on this whole stuff here? Can I weigh in on it?
please do. But I want us to build. I want us to see, how do we get here? Like, how did she get here? Where are we going?
Okay, so let me get some historical perspective when it comes to violence against women and children in Liberia.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to work with a women radio station called the Liberian Women Democracy Radio on the ambient of the Liberian Women Media Action Committee, LIOMA. And I served as a host of a program called the Yo and the Sunday Night Praise, and sometimes sat and was like a panelist on the morning show too as well, where we discuss wide range of issues confronting women and children in Liberia. In fact, the radio station was exclusively organized for women issues, to talk about women and children issue, gender issue, to be precise. And the history of domestic violence in Liberia is not just today thing. It started long ago, even far before our parents. And perpetrator went with impunity. In modern Liberia, it have come on the stage that people don't even care what happens to women and children in our country, Liberia. It have come to a stage where people go and do any kind of a thing to a woman or to a child, to a lady, to whosoever, and nothing will come from out of it. I will give you the historical background. A few years ago in Liberia, a young little girl, 6 years old, was raped and killed. And another little girl, 14 years old, was also raped and killed. A 13-year-old girl was impregnated by an honorable man. Nothing came from out of it. And things are happening to women and children in Liberia and have been swept on the carpet and you carry it to the law will not say anything better about it. In the rotten judiciary system, that was someone will say. Perpetrator will go, you rape people, the perpetrator, until Ellen said, well, look, this thing must stop. But even at the zenith of that, it could not stop. People were still perpetrating, even as we speak, people are still perpetrating violence against women and children in Liberia. Domestic violence has come on an increase. So coming back to Lucas and Jessica issue is that it happened then. Private Lucas took advantage of the situation, but if her own people can do it to her, what the hell? I can do the same thing to her.
Exactly.
If their own people can do the same thing to them, ain't bon can't A gentleman went and killed his wife for no reason. In Grand Bassa County, a guy went and killed another lady for no reason. In Grand Judea County, in nearly all part of Liberia, domestic violence against women and children is being perpetrated.
Yes, and
In Liberian,
Andrew, the most recent horrific one was in Lima County when a lady who had
yes,
passed in somebody else's
and
yard.
he caught her rape. Yeah,
He got
yes,
angry, started running behind her. The girl was running from him. He followed her, and the girl tripped and fall. He
yeah,
went and slashed off her limbs.
definitely. So you see, these kind of things keep happening in our society, and the law is doing nothing to it. The law is against the poor and is in favor of those who have, I will not say rich, but those who can influence the justice systems in the country so that the law can be in favor of those people. I'm not casting dark clouds on the entire judiciary system, but there's individuals within the judiciary system of the Republic of Liberia that are creating these kind of situation against the people. Some person will go and say that. So these things happen in Liberia, but yet nobody does anything about it. So you go, you sodomize a little child or baby, 3 months old baby. What feelings you gonna get from that child? In Bapolo Kante, a young guy went and he tried. He was raping the little girl because he could not penetrate. What he did, he took razor blade and I'm seeing those things because some of us we know about the thing. We follow these stories. The fate of that gentleman now is unknown. Probably somebody free him from jail. You will not hear anything about it. So these cases, they will kill people in the area, they will kill, and they say, and what they will tell you, if we kill you, nothing will come from all of it. They say it in the front of the people. What they're depending on, nobody knows, because probably they say, okay, me, I will rot in jail, but then somebody will track the law in favor of these people. So this issue of domestic violence, and which we talked about it on the show before, is something that some of us we have passion for to discuss these things, because for me to just lay hand on my child, it pains me a lot. I can talk, yes, I can talk, but these things, the people perpetrate these things, they go about, they do these things, but nobody says anything about it. The only reason people are even afraid, some people discuss a family matter. Just last time I was talking about this thing, and I even posted on my wall, the same issue of domestic violence getting women and children. Somebody went and kept a woman, 2 women, so they kidnapped some girl, 4 girls, they carried them, and I just heard today that 2 of the girls died. They carried them in the Sunday bush, and they tried to perform FGM on them, which they did, and 2 of the girls died. But they are in the court, they are in the custody of the police right now. They are in the court. But what's going to come from all of these things? They're going to say tradition again. So domestic violence is not just today's thing. It's in Liberia. It's something that it is deeply rooted in our society. Until that is being broken and the perpetrator are brought to book, this will continue. Fast track to Lucas and Jessica. When that thing initially happened, I'm going into deep depth because I told you I will retire soon, right? That I had a lot of things to do, right? And I hope we'll continue this story on tomorrow, which I will have enough time to push in. Though,
Yeah.
when it happened, I said it and I came on Facebook Live and I condemned it yesterday, condemn it today, and we'll continue to condemn it. If he really did that, and if the mother got into that thing too and contributed to it, which I said it was not a good thing that she did. You already know the man is into a relationship. He had a wife there. But even at that, if he married a girl traditionally, according to what he said, why would he want to kill her? Why would he want to abort the pregnancy? Or because you want to hire, you want to be under the canopy of missionary and still be doing different things in the darkness.
Yes.
If you want to be sheep, be sheep. You want to be good, be good. So that happened. But let me just give you an information on this one. in a much that the Liberian judiciary system has its own problem, not the entire judiciary, but individual within the judiciary system are the problem. Look, this issue of Jessica and Lucas should be looked at thoroughly, not just from the law, from the judiciary system, or from the lawyer, from the prosecuting side and from the defending side. No. You know, I'm not a lawyer, but from our analysis, an eyewitness who have been following the case came up with, I tend to look at it. If you went to the police today, if you committed a crime to the police and the police arrested you and you gave a statement, a written statement to the police, tomorrow, when you go face the judge and you change that statement, they are not going to tell you, unlike in the Western world, they will say, probably that time he said he was on duress. But in Liberian, they never tell you say you're on duress.
Right.
That's why they say anything you say here will be binding on you. So if you went and wrote in your own handwriting, say this is a statement, and then at the end of the day, you go face the judge and you're unable to recite that same thing, even if you're not saying 100%, but if you're not able to say anything directly to that, that will be an issue. That's what other people are saying. And the guy who, or journalists, for me, will follow this story, or journalists who have been following the case from the onset, he writes, and I want us to pay attention to listen to this first before we start to conclude on the judiciary and other things. Individuals are also responsible too. He is a judiciary reporter. His name is Richard Waxing. He gave you another perspective of the entire saga that happened at the Supreme Court. He said, let me share with you what happened during the trial.
Is there a way to put our statement up so our viewers can look at it and and make their own determination?
Well, I couldn't because it's like, okay, let me see. No, I can't because it's
if you can share it with Fee, if you can share in a group, maybe she will be able to.
Even share in a group said you will. Let me see. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can share in a group or notwithstanding.
You are muted, Fee. You are muted.
Let me see if I can share in a group so probably you guys can. But it's on a.
We're still not hearing you.
I don't know if you will be able to put it up. I just share is understood, but I just share it, but I don't know if you'll be able to pull it up. But why it's true that you can also read it from the chat room too. You can click on it and read it. But let me just go further on the right. So it says,
Me? Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Oh, okay.
It reads, let me share with you what happened during the trial of Lucas Riches and Jessica B. Lloyd. Because I sat in court from the onset of this case to the very end. The judicial report Richard Waxing is writing. He said, this is what happened during the trial. The incident took place in the Palm Farm community in Deesville Township on September 14, 2023. I'm just giving you a summary of the entire case according to Richard Waxing. Lucas Richards was arrested on the same day of the incident. On December 14, 2023, the grand jury for Montserrat County drew out a 7-count indictment against him. The grand jury drew out a 7-count indictment against him, thus indicting him for the crimes of criminal attempt to commit murder and aggravated assault. The matter was immediately forwarded to the court, and the trial was set for February term of court. Now, when the case started, the prosecuting attorney produced 9 witnesses, including the victim, Jessica, 5 regular witnesses, 3 subpoena witnesses, and a rebuttal witness, which was Jessica Lloyd herself. He further says, before going to the court, these 9 witnesses made individual voluntary statements to the police investigators. When they came to the court, they were asked to whether the statements taken at the police stations were statements, and all of them answer where their statement and all of them answer on the affirmative yes. They said yes, it was our statement. He said, sadly, they testify contrary. Sadly, they testify contrary to the statements that were given to the police station. 3 of the regular witnesses testified that they were told about the incident by someone. For instance, the state prime witness in Ernest Phillips' testimony in chief had varied in it. He told the police investigator that he saw Lucas beating the victim with an iron on her head and later took a knife to cut the victim's throat, and he immediately rushed to the scene to rescue her. On another account in the court, he said, I saw the victim. Now he's in you, 2 different statements. I saw the victim kneeling by the car, and the defendant pulled off his car, and one of the car doors hit her in the neck. More to that, the victim herself, while on the witness stand, did not mention that it was the defendant who cut her throat. She never said that one, according to this report. Moreover, she told the police investigator that when the angry mob were moving towards them, she told them, "You leaving? He's my husband. He didn't do anything to me." She confirmed and affirmed this statement while on the cross-examination by the defense counsel. One key mistake that the prosecuting attorney made was that they didn't produce an alleged knife and iron.
Okay, Andrew, how long is that?
It's almost concluding. It's concluding already.
Okay.
Secondly, the photos from the crime scene was never produced. And in a criminal trial, a prima facie needs to be adduced in court to conduct someone of a crime. That wasn't the case. The judge ruled that the testimonials of the 9 witnesses was uncorroborated. Based upon that and other legal cautions and Supreme Court citations, Supreme Court reasons, he ruled the way he did. I know the settlement involved with this case. True be told, the court can do for you what you didn't do for yourself. This is the hard truth. She and her lawyer messed up the case.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've read that statement. I've read that statement. But here is it. What happened in that case is what is called witness tampering. You see, look, that also speaks to how corrupt or judge and the judiciary system can be. Look, those statements, that what was written at the police station and what was said in court, you can see the contradiction, and you can see that there's a foul play according to that place. There is no way Jessica will see somebody come to rescue her from dying, and then she will be there saying, "Oh, I call it, leave him, it's my husband, leave him, it's my husband." When her neck was being, partially cut off, bleeding
in the first place, because this was another person's perspective. I'm coming to you too, my brother. It's possible that net will be on a pin and you'll be shouting at the same time.
Right.
It's another.
You see,
it was actually witness tampering. I was coming to that when you just came to a that we should not get cast down on the entire judiciary, but individual within the judiciary system.
Yes. So as a judge, in this case, I call it Riverside Pro asked a question. This case was not presided over by a jury. It was a decision of a judge. There was no jury in this case.
I have a question, quick, right? As I'm learning more about this, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. But my question is, how are they picking? Did she select her own lawyer? Because I know in the U.S., cases like this are so public. uh, a lawyer is appointed if the family can afford this.
Normally, you got a public defender who will go there and defend you. But
So
in the case of LIBERIA, even the public defender, they don't defend you because they don't even have money to pay them. The government don't even have money to pay them. And so you
So,
must pay for a bigger. So the higher bidder win.
so Fee, when we talk about the judicial system being corrupt, look, the lawyers can make a case, but you see, the case is decided either by the jury, or the judge. You see,
had enough time to pick a jury though, because
but
this
this case,
and then this. I mean, to me, it was too fast.
this case, this case, like I say, it was a lot of foul plays in it because, in the first place, this is it's supposed to be a felony against the state. So it should have been the state versus Lucas. In my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I call it. I call it. We'll try to get a lawyer here tomorrow. I call it. We'll try to see if he can make it here tomorrow. I call it so that he can really speak to some of these things that happen. All right. Any case about murder is a felony. Any felony case, any felonious case is the state. The state takes charge. Criminal matter. The state takes charge of such. So I thought it would have been the state versus Lucas.
So hold
You
on,
see?
hold on 1 second. I just saw a comment, right? And
Mhm.
a disclaimer: we're not a lawyer. This is all of our opinion, and we are discussing this case as citizen and Liberians, and we're upset because you can look at it as plain as day that there was a foul play. So this person said there was no witness tampering. The judge had the case on fact on facts and law. The lawyers worked for her. If the family knew 10K was provided, they should have instructed the prosecution lawyers not to proceed. Most of you are not lawyers. Do you mind
Okay.
like
So, uh, see, here is the thing. It was alleged.
right.
It was alleged that Lucas and his lawyer made an offer to Jessica's family
Right.
in,
Oh,
in a sum of 10K.
so we didn't even discuss that.
No, I record it because we are discussing in parts, and
Okay.
we wanted to save that later.
Okay.
But since that has been brought up, it was alleged. We have no evidence that this money was offered to them, but it was alleged that $10,000 was offered to them.
Okay.
So if Lucas' lawyer and him offered 10,000 to Jessica's family, that means they knew clearly well that they didn't have a case. They knew that they would have lost the case, right?
Right. Why would you offer
Mm-hmm.
if you know that you're innocent?
Yes. Why will you offer?
Or allegedly, right?
Yes.
Why would that? And honestly, to be honest, in my opinion, I think it did happen.
Okay.
I think
But
and that's my opinion. I don't have facts, but knowing our country and knowing what just happened, what happened, I think that was offer. Anybody can come and challenge that, but that's my opinion.
it is possible. It is possible, Fee. It is possible. But we don't have a fight to prove it that it happened.
No,
And
and
I wouldn't want us to ruin the credibility of the show with, without providing fights. Okay,
Yeah,
so
in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and what occurred, I don't doubt that happened. But
yes,
I
I don't doubt it either. But if that happened, if that happened,
yeah,
wouldn't Jessica's and her family bring it to the attention of their lawyer?
exactly.
You know, but I don't call it, but you see, the system is such corrupt that even your lawyer, even the person you choose as a lawyer, if you don't have money to pay them, they also can be compromised.
Exactly. So this brings me to this, right? As I was listening to Andrew say certain people in the judiciary system are corrupt. Who managed it? How do we balance that? So in the US, there's checks and balances for each branch of the government, right? And the
Mhm.
judiciary system is part of the government. Who
Yeah.
is managing it? Like, what is the
Let me come there. Look, see, we are not perfect, most of them, right?
uh-huh.
But you see, what is integrity?
Yeah,
Some people don't get integrity. They lack integrity.
I know. I talked to my team.
Integrity is something that goes with you a very long way. Look, there are people who have integrity, but they can be driven when they see money.
Right, compromising.
There are people who don't have integrity. Then when you put money there, you make it worse. But there are people who, whether you get money or not, they staying with what they say. So I agree the judiciary is part of the government. But on our laws, the judiciary is a separate and distinct branch of government, even though the judges, the Supreme Court heads, the justices are appointed by the government, the president. But they are separate and distinct branch of government. Look, there are individuals within the judiciary system that are corrupt. I'm seeing what eminent Liberian intellectual is putting here, but he's making a point too, though. But also, let's look at it. The prosecution will be messed up. 10K is an alleged thing, so I'm not going to jump into that. What are something that's something? So I don't deal with allegation. There's something that once it's alleged, I don't have my head on it because there is nothing to prove here that the family was given 10K. So
I'm sorry. This
witness tempering. Cool, because the Western was already there. Anybody can use money to go to with Mamelo. When you go to this, why we say this, what we'll offer you, or this, what we're giving you. So poverty in Liberia has made people to go insane. Have made people to lose their sanity. They don't care about him or against anybody because the poverty rate in this country is so high. People are suffering, no work for any people to do. So if somebody, you are a prosecution witness in a case, and then somebody look at you and say, look, their case, I want the man lawyer look at you and say, look, that case between you and Fee, I need that case. Send you out the witness, look, my man, I pay you 5K up front. When I win the case, I give you another 5K. You even have family writing pen somewhere. If someone say I will offer you 5K, you don't even have it. See where you're sleeping in the first place. So poverty is a contributing factor. And one point that Jimmy struck before I close my portion of this one, he made mention about Jimmy, you said something that I wanted to come to, probably just slip in my mind on the issue of facing lawyer issue. But you said something that it really touched me too. Then I wanted to speak on that. Probably
About the about the plaintiff lawyer being compromised.
Yeah, the lawyer could be a compromise. Okay, we are not lawyer, which is true. Okay, But whatever
Yeah.
view we put here, we're putting our own view up here to people to understand. But
Right.
the people, they can be compromised. This can happen. Okay, you
Oh,
have a prosecuting lawyer that he's not even being paid by the people. He say, "Oh, I'm working on a pro bono basis." But his team of men colleagues come to him. They can remember like what I said. I don't even trust the lawyers too and politicians because they tell you one thing today, they do another thing tomorrow.
I agree. I think
Yeah, maybe my thought will come to me and I will say,
I think the lawyer threw that case out the window. I think
They
I
did.
strongly believe that.
Th-
But this person said something. And to be quite honest, I'm a little annoyed with his comment, but you know, for the sake of the show, he said the anger of the entire case to be directed at the persecution, the government, public defender plus the police don't have the capacity to gather evidence. How? She was in a hospital.
So, I don't want to agree with that. Especially where he said attempted murder is hard to be proved. It's hard to be proven. Here is the thing. This is somebody who have a scar,
Right.
a bleeding one too.
He was trying to decapitate her. Are you kidding?
Yes. So, isn't that evidence?
Mm.
Do you need an extra evidence to be proven that this was an attempted murder on her? I'd call it on her person? Seeing her bleeding, a video footage, or I mean, a video of that which went viral. Isn't that something that is admissible in a court of competent, or I'd call it jurisdiction?
If you guys see the other comment that he just spoke up, before I do that, let's just go to what River says Pro said. And this is a topic that I was actually going to talk about based on this case. He said, do you guys think race and nationality play part in the court? Actually, I say yes. I would say we African in general are very quick to support outsiders than our own people in general. As much, I don't think it was the entirety of the whole case. I think it plays a little bit of that on it. I also think that having money and the capacity to talk and say things really played an intent role into this case as well.
You know, I would really love for us to discuss the actual meat of the case. Yes, the questions are important, but
Yeah.
the issue of race and what they call it playing part in this case, it's not really important. We all know we all know we all know it was not race that took this case against Jessica. It
Right.
was money. It
Yeah.
was money. Okay? It was money. And what we need to focus on is, what does this show to the future of our women, of our young girls? How does this protect them? Or how does this make them vulnerable, more vulnerable? Because we already have a bunch of murders of women. We still have fresh the case of Princess Cooper on our mind.
Right.
We still have fresh the case of a little girl that was raped to death. We still have fresh the case of a woman that was killed by her husband, I think in Bon County. Okay? That has nothing to do with race. We are here to see justice for those people. Or was it race too? I call it that took place in the case of Princess Cooper? because it was a Lebanese guy too. He was a foreigner.
So,
Okay. So
and
yeah, I call it. So here is my thing. I call it. I know I'll be out of here by 9 o'clock. I call it, and then we'll continue. We'll continue this topic tomorrow, which we'll try to find I call it a lawyer that understand it. More, and then we all can ask our questions to him. As it pertains to the ruling that was passed. So, but what is happening in our country is going to affect the future generation if care is not taken. We'll wake up tomorrow and see, and see another lady abused somewhere, lying in a pool of blood, and the perpetrator will go free, and we'll put it on rape.
So we intend, because Master will be leaving in the next 10 minutes. So we intend to continue the conversation on tomorrow. So I suggest that we give our some of our thoughts on it and where we intend to start from tomorrow, so we could continue and make enough research on the Campbell Lincoln Act issue. We won't get a lawyer, but let read on some issues in the kind of a scenario, and so we can be able to discuss it. But I think there's something that went deeply wrong into that, in the entire judiciary system. And
the only thing that went wrong, I call it, Andrew, I call it, Andrew, let me not cut you off. You see our women groups that are in Liberia, they are one set of useless organizations that I've seen. They only rise up, when people...
And that's the thing, when people are prominent, come into being.
When people are prominent, get hit. That's when you see our mothers all in the street. You see? But when something happened to one of the least of them, nobody speak. Where is the gender ministry? What was the role of the gender ministry even in this? I thought the gender ministry was found there to seek the welfare of women and children, in our country.
You guys, I'm seeing so many comments that I really want to address, but dang, you guys.
No, so what we're gonna do? These comments are very important. Yeah, they keep coming. If I were you, you could be getting the comment, you could be jotting the comment and down. So once you get them down, and then we come on tomorrow and we'll go through some of the comments to discuss it. Because you see here, look, that case, right? Like again, I think my thoughts have come back to me. What Jimmy said, that case shouldn't have been Lucas Riches versus Jessica family. No, Lucas Riches and the state of Liberia.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Lucas Riches and the state of Liberia.
Yeah, that's the best.
Say the Republic of Liberia. So that means, because it's a felony.
It is.
Whether it's a first degree or third degree, it's a felony. Once it's a felony, it's against the state. A crime, murder, attempted murder is a crime against the state.
It's a second degree.
So being a second degree felony, that should be a case against the state. This case could be, so the court should provide a public attorney, or we call a public defender. That means the government of Liberia. Jessica will not go and serve as a witness there. But you say, okay, you bring your own lawyer, the person bring a lawyer. So where have we gone? Because there should be a lawyer. The government public defender should be there to say something. Okay, it is eminent. Why you call yourself? It is not a felony. Then what do you call it?
So, but I really want him to come on. Are you a lawyer?
But I don't call it. But here is the thing. Here is the thing. In my opinion, Jessica wouldn't even be a prosecuting witness. She could only be cross-examined, on certain things. You see, I
They,
call it because if she
Because she's
serve
a
as
victim in the case.
yes,
yeah, witness. What?
So why you making her a proud witness into the case?
Why was she a witness? That's all the wrong that just happened. And I keep reading the comments say, how do you prove an intent? One, there was evidence she was admitted at a hospital. They could have done a DNA test, but we know how our
so
country
uh,
is.
uh, uh, what what River Sepro is seeking to understand is why would Lucas want to kill Jessica? So I call it so River Sepro, here is the motive and the intent for his action. Lucas is supposed to be a missionary
And married.
and married. He came and got into a relationship with Jessica. Jessica got pregnant for him. And Lucas wanted Jessica to remove the pregnancy. And Jessica wasn't, cooperating with him. So
So
he,
wait, Jimmy, you guys. So this eminent man on the show. So where did the scarf come from? The scarf are on there. Where did they come from? You see, we should not come with sentiment on the show. And like you, if you are a lawyer, come on the show tomorrow. We'll send you a link. Come on the show here and tomorrow and talk.
yeah,
And then you clear our doubts. If you are so inclined with the law, come and say it here to us on the show. Don't be hiding behind or pseudonym, and then you come and say you call yourself Liberian eminent intellectual. If you're Liberian eminent intellectual, display yourself. Come on the show. We'll send you a link.
yeah.
And then you come tomorrow. Let's discuss the issue. But you say being admitted at a hospital does not prove intent. How do you know that? So the scanner on there, where did they come from? Was it manufacturer?
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he did admit having a relation with her.
Yeah, he admitted.
So, and she was pregnant.
Look, let close up and see where we can start from tomorrow. Yeah.
I dig deep into this. I get angry and angrier. Like, I'm not angry. I'm just like, and I also believe, and I'm just gonna say this. I believe the mother failed her too. Let's just be real. The mother failed her. The justice system failed her. Um,
Uh, uh, let's make our parting comments. Yeah. Let me make mine, and I record it and go quick. So here is the thing. Miss Fee, before you make your parting comment, I want to disagree with you that her mother failed her.
okay.
Look, every mother wants the best for their child, and every good child want to be in a
Okay, we'll
position
send you the link tomorrow. We'll be here. We'll send the
to
link. We'll
be
close
able
the
to help,
platform and you come
you
and
know,
join us.
to be able to help their parents. If you are a mother and somebody who you see as good person was brought to you by your daughter, say, "Oh, mommy, that's my friend," and you embrace them with good faith. I call it in good faith. If something goes wrong, do you blame the mother? Especially when that child is of the age that she's supposed, that she should have a partner. I don't blame the mother. I don't blame the mother, especially when I do not know the I do not know the family well, their economic status, their social status, and all of that. In a country like Liberia, I will not blame I will not blame the mother. Every blame should be shifted on the wolf that came in sheep clothing. Because, because here is a man that's supposed to be a missionary. And to protect his character, he came in the in good faith to marry this child. Instead of leaving your daughter to hang around from man to man, man to man, if she came with somebody that said they want to marry her, will you refuse?
I will, in the situation that happened.
Okay,
So, because
but take
he was married, I think money was the leading factor in giving his daughter up to him.
okay. I
And
am not. I am not aware. I am not aware that the issue of Lucas' marriage was placed before them during the introduction. I am
okay,
not aware of that.
so
So,
clear
whether be,
that
wh-
being a mother is
whether
because
before or after, that is not an issue for me.
okay.
But had Lucas not, allowing himself to be dragged into what he did, they were having good time. No, nobody knew about them. The country did not know about them. Okay, until she got pregnant for him. If you marry this person, if you marry a woman and they got pregnant, why would you want them to terminate it? You
So
see, but
so I'll
Lucas was
tell you why
Lu-
I blame the
Lucas was doing that. I call it Lucas was doing that because he wanted to protect his image with the church, and with his family.
everybody played a role in this. The mother has a role that she played in it, and she needs to accept her role that she played in it as well.
Well,
Luke is the dark person.
until we know, until I know what role the mother played, because I don't think she was wrong to accept, to accept
So what
a
we'll do
man
tomorrow? What we'll do
that was
tomorrow?
introduced to her by her daughter.
We will give you the role the mother play. I think I still have clip on my other show.
I
We play
watched
the role and bring it. Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
give you
So
the role, what the role she play.
let's put it to a hold, and let's try to speak to some lawyers that can come up here tomorrow
So
and,
like imminent intent.
and make things clear.
I hope to see you on here tomorrow. I will share link with you. Seems like you know a little bit more about Liberia justice system. So we'd like to have you on tomorrow. I'm gonna do my best to be on here probably by 7 because I really want us to dig deep and give it the time that it needs so we can put it to rest. Not to rest the whole case, obviously, no.
Yes, and just before I go, if I talk to someone and they give me that time,
Yeah,
I will also let you know so that we can work, with
yes.
that time. Yeah, with that time, I record it. I record it with that time. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Have a day.
Um,
Thank you.
thank you guys so much. I'm
Tomorrow our birthday, and I'll be posting the error too.
birthday. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys,
Pre-birthday to one of our regular follower, man, and listeners and follower of this show, Miss Reverend, the Red Reverend, Pastor, Bishop, says up and say, oh, we'll try to call him tomorrow to wish him happy birthday.
personal daddy.
I know, right? Okay, Fee, talk to you again.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you always on here. Guys, this is a tough one. This topic is very tough. We're going to be covering it tomorrow. We're going to give a little bit more time to this, and we're going to try to get lawyers and people who knows like your culture and their justice system. If you ask me, I'm only giving you my opinions and things that are going on, and I'm very, 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 very. Did I say how many times did I say very? Very angry, but I'm just only one person. It takes each and every one of us to work on the system, but I will hope that the Liberian justice system the government would look into it. You know, who regulates it? Who, you know, I always say on here, I don't really know much about Liberian politics and things like that. And doing this show, I've really started to learn a little bit more about it. And I'm really, you know, when I talk about things like this, it makes me even more interested in getting to know more. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Jimmy. Thank you to Andrew. Thank you to so Liberian Eminent Intellect. I see you're still commenting. You said the Bar Association. What's that? What do you mean? I haven't been following. I know you said something, but I'm gonna take down all these comments, and tomorrow we're gonna look in depth of it. We're gonna try to dedicate more time to it, so that way we can exhaust this topic as much as we can. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I don't think I've seen you on here before, but welcome to the platform. If you're new here, welcome. We talk about anything all social and anything related to Liberia. And I try to make this show to relate to everybody in general, African, American, whatsoever. So if you're just joining us and you're new to this, welcome to the show. We're talking about a very, very controversial yet heartbreaking verdict that came from the Lucas, Jessica and Lucas story, their case. And, you know, as I think about it, I'm like, it just sounds like there should be some type of thing passed in honor of her. And maybe I'm jumping the gun, but welcome. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Tomorrow we're going to be here. I don't know the time yet, but I really want us to get here. We're going to try to work with somebody who is a lawyer in Liberia to really get us to dive deep into it and try to understand what really happened, what went wrong, what is Liberia. You know, some of us have children that are born in the U.S. If they're being talked about, their parents are from Liberia, they're always going to be looked at as um, Liberia Eminent Intellect said you're a woman, and I understand that. I'm a woman, but I mean, I can't be biased, but I don't want to say that it's every topic. I try to be open minded, but to be quite honest with you, I really feel like to the root of my whatsoever, I believe there was a foul play in the case. And I think it was just thrown out because one, and I'm going to say it, he's a white man, he's in our country, and they all feel like they can come to our country and do whatever it is that they can and walk scot free. And I think that plays a role into that. But yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, River Says Pro. I hope tomorrow you can join. But like always, I always enjoy your questions and your intellect. And welcome to our platform, Liberia. Um, Someone said, Vicky said, I know. Yeah, so I just want to say that I'm not racist or anything for that matter, but I do feel like when people that are not our same color are in our country, they have way more rights than we do. And I'm going to leave it as that. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're new here, welcome. And thank you guys. Share the show. Invite a few people tomorrow. We're going to be live no later than 7 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? See ya. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye.